Hello, everybody, and welcome to my playthrough. My first gameplay channel, Zindale's Gaming Chair. Welcome to my chair. Hope you guys are sitting in a comfortable chair of your own. Uh, my first playthrough, as always, wanted to be the Kingdom Hearts series. So, let's get started if my controller would cooperate. Take that out. I was trying to keep it charged, but that's going to cause a problem. Um, I had recorded this, at least the footage, recently when I got my capture and started playing with it, playing with the software. And it realized that I wasn't recording. So let me adjust my thingy here. So hopefully it'll play. Hopefully it'll go. Um, I keep glancing at my computer screen and there's a little delay between what's going on my TV and what's not. So yeah, the first series I always wanted to play was Kingdom Hearts. I always like to play it on every playthrough. I always like to play it chronologically, starting with Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. And of course, this is the HD remix. Let's get started before it decides to, before 20 minutes are up. So, this is the prequel to everything that's been happening. Um, we will get through the tutorial, and I think I'm going to skip the first scene because it plays simple and clean. The basically the theme song for the entire series, and I don't want to get flagged because I know people have been flagged. A long time ago, PewDiePie of all people have started playing this. I'm still not unclear as to why he didn't finish it. I don't know if he didn't get into it, but we will be playing on Proud Mode. Never Critical Mode. I played that once. It was not fun at all. So, pardon the noise in the background. I thought my headphones would be noise canceling, but I guess they're not. So, I hope it records the game audio in addition to everything else. If not, I'll have to adjust it. I'm not re-recording this again because it takes a lot of time. Skip. If you guys want to see the opening there, you can go on YouTube. It's actually pretty. I like it. I just don't want to get flagged on my first video. So, by the time of this video, I'm sure all the fans have seen the announcement for Kingdom Hearts 3, which I'm super excited about. But of course, they're going to release another HD version with an HD setup for Dream Drop Distance, which was basically invented for the 3DS, which is about the whole reason I bought a 3DS in the first place, was to continue the story. But I think that's the reason a lot of people are put off these days about, or put off by the Kingdom Hearts series, is because they release a lot of updates to the series and a lot of in between story games like Birth by Sleep, Dream Drop Distance, Days, and Recoded. I know my older brother has said that he isn't getting into the series until Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out. I've tried to keep him updated until the point he basically said, I don't care, it's way too confusing. And it is, because when they get into the story of the in between and everything. It just opens whole other questions to just what is going on, and that's what Dream Drop Distance did. Is they answered some questions, but opened a whole mess of new ones. So this is basically the story of how what Keyblade wielders are in the original Kingdom Hearts, why Sora is a Keyblade wielder, why Sora and Riku are Keyblade wielders. Um, so sit back and enjoy my commentary. Um, of course, we get a whole slew of interesting voice actors for these, including 90s pop star Jesse McCartney as Ventus and Roxas. They're virtually the same person. It's really unclear. Well, it was. I think it explains it. I don't know who plays Terra and Aqua. Um, I have to look that up. I think we will do that. In addition, Master Xehanort is played by the late, great Leonard Nimoy. Jason Doring as Terra. I have no idea who this guy is. Cutscenes in this are really long, which is why I wanted to at least get through the tutorial in this video. At least until we get the menu screen that lets us choose which path we want to take. And in this path, we will be doing Terra, and then Ventus, and then Aqua. Let's see, Willa Holland as Aqua. She was in Legion. She's an Arrow. I know somebody who's going to need to watch for her. No, I have not been watching Arrow. I can't watch those CW shows anymore, pretty much after Smallville. But the only reason I watched the WB, the CW, whatever you want to call it, in the first place was for the Saturday morning block, which they got rid of about the time I started going to college, or about the time I was in college. He's awake. So, I got into Kingdom Hearts when it came out in 2002. I was about around 12 years old, and my brother owned the PS2 and would not let me touch it because I have a knack for destroying things, and he didn't want it broken because it was an expensive system. And we made a deal that I can't remember what the deal was. Basically, he let me play my own game of Kingdom Hearts when. So I usually got out of school an hour at least before he did. Because he had extracurricular activities. He was in the band. He is in the band. He is now a band teacher, which is really cool for him. And um, you'll be hearing a lot about my big brother because he inspired me a lot and helped me pretty much be the person I am today. I don't think a lot of stuff would I really don't think I'd even have this game capture if it wasn't for him um, encouraging me to do this, and I hope he watches, and so he can appreciate, so that he knows that I appreciate him. So anyway, he at the time he got Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII, and Final Fantasy X. Um, Final Fantasy X came out what 2000, 2001. The Land of Departure. This is where it all starts, guys. This is where Keybladers are born. So Final Fantasy X opened up a new door for how Final Fantasy games would be. I think as far as um, I really don't know what I'm saying there, but uh, most all the Final Fantasy games were like text based and you had to read everything. But Final Fantasy X brought in a whole new technology. That's what I'm trying to say. It brought in new technology where we could have voice actors, just like cartoons and we're playing. All right, basic controls: jump, rotate camera, blah blah blah. So a year later, yeah, Kingdom Hearts came out, and it was a little bit of an update to the whole Final Fantasy X look. I think it works a lot better. It's less janky, less glitchy. Attack the single hanging ring. Don't mind if I do. This is a little tutorial for learning how to fight. We've got our HP balls, our prizes, and so I just watched him, and I really loved it. It brought back my love of Disney, which I think was fading at the time. The I still watched the old movies like Hercules and Aladdin and Lion King. I think was still a lot of our favorites. Kind of zoned out there. Sorry. Yay, we get chest. I've done this before, and I forget. I forgot what I was trying to commentate on there. So I just wanted to say how I got into Kingdom Hearts and why it's my favorite series. So then we played Kingdom Hearts, and it brought back a lot of nostalgia. I remember watching Nightmare Before Christmas. I almost said Nightmare on Elm Street, which is not what I wanted to say. Um, so you see, yeah, after that we found a DVD copy of Nightmare Before Christmas at a store. I think it was. I can't remember if it was at a GameStop in the mall or what. But we bought it, and then like a few years later, the 10th anniversary edition came out that I bought. My brother was living somewhere else at the time, and I had some extra cash from the job. Actually, I don't think that was he was living. I don't think it was he. I don't think he went to college, but I think he was working at the time, and yeah, I was working also, and I had some money, and I bought the 10th anniversary. So we basically, for a long time, had two copies of it. And then when he went off to college, he took his copy, and I had the bigger edition. Um, and I really liked that movie. I like everything. I think that's when I started getting to the behind the scenes of how movies work and the voice actors and the voice acting and everything. And it was really cool, and I started learning more and more and got into Disney. And when we went to Disney World, it was like the first time in over 10 years. I wanted to start the whole pin trading thing, but that is a really expensive pastime, even if you do it on the internet. Um, But yeah, there's a whole community for pin trading. I have pins. Um, I doubt any of them are rare. They're just ones that I really loved. The thing is, the little backs, little rubber backs that they include with them kept popping off, and I'm pretty sure I lost a good number of them there in the park. Um, which really sucked. So I have some. And it was really cool that with the premiere of Kingdom Hearts 2.5, they released I think with both HD editions, we got a free pin if you pre-ordered it. That included with the game that you probably wouldn't find in the parks, but I think everybody would have one. I don't think it's really that rare. It's more common than anything. Um, so so yeah, Kingdom Hearts was a big thing for me, and when I started playing it, I really sucked. I remember my very first playthrough, I got stuck in Hollow Bastion for about a year before I realized I was going completely the wrong way and just going in circles the whole time. And I just needed to hop on one platform, and yeah. And then I had to fight the boss after about a year of not playing that, of not playing it, and yeah, it was really bad. And then I played it again. I'm like, okay, don't screw it up. Aqua made his charms. For those who've played Kingdom Hearts, spoiler, um, Kyrie gives us the Oathkeeper charm, which becomes the Oathkeeper Keyblade, which is one of my favorites, next to Oblivion and Ultimate Weapon, obviously. Um, so this directly parallels, considering Aqua is basically the Kyrie of not. I shouldn't say the Kyrie of the story, but the girl of the story, the female protagonist, if you will, because Kyrie really doesn't do much in the first game. Doesn't do much in any game really, except the end of the second one. Spoilers. Um. So yeah. So Terra is basically all strength based, mostly Earth attacks and darkness attacks, which you've probably seen from Riku. The only magic skills I use on him are Meteor, Dark Fire Aga, and Cura. Obviously, I use Cure Aga, Cure, the Cure spells for all of them, which is, I think, better than using potions because, God, the delay drives me nuts. Um, because Cure, you just have to wait for it to regenerate. Okay, it's bringing us into the tutorial. So there's HP gauge, the D-Link, and the focus gauge we'll get into later. Okay, so we need to block. There we go. Easy peasy. Ven is basically more well balanced among attacks and um, magic. Basically feels a lot like Sora, but still a little bit different. Um, Mostly he's about speed, and he specializes in getting in close from far away, stunning enemies, and also kind of mid to long range attacks like Strike Raid. He can get in close and attack fast and jump out when he needs to, which is a really interesting mechanic. He wields his Keyblade backhand, which when I started playing it, when I started playing Birth by Sleep, it felt a little different, and I think it still feels a little different than Sora. And of course, Aqua is all magic, although you will spam her basic attack in the beginning until we get some good spells for her. Triple Fire Aga, Triple Blizz Aga, Thundaga shot. So yeah, this goes into the shot locks if you want to do big damage on at least decent damage without getting interrupted on a boss or a bunch of enemies. You can use shot lock with your trigger. You hold your triggers down and it unleashes that, but it takes your focus, which will gain abilities to boost that and get more focus as we level up. You get various shot lock moves in addition to um, other moves throughout the game, which we will level up. What I really want to do is, I don't want to do that. What I really want to do is kind of on when it comes time for grinding sessions. There's a specific world specifically used for grinding that we will see is stream those because I'm not confined to 20 minutes or whatever. This is going to go over 20 minutes because I want to get to that menu screen. There we go, we win. So we're going to get to that menu screen and I'm going to cut it off and see where I stand on recording and everything. Hopefully I recorded this audio. It looks like it is, so let's do that. There's a whole nother cutscene that we gotta get through. That was me popping my knuckles, which I shouldn't do. So I think overall, just because she feels really new, really different than the others, I think my favorite character is Aqua. Um, so we're gonna save. Oh goodness, save menu. The swirly thing we will see around is our save menu. Save. Let's see, what was the one? What's today's date? Oh, it's the 27th, okay. So this is the one where my recording decided not to, where I didn't hit the audio record button. So we'll just save over that. So then it's going to go into this. There's a couple more cutscenes. I'm going to figure out this audio thing. I think one of the wires might actually be out. I hope that's not the case because that would really piss me off. I also don't want to record this again. Because I have to be at work at 4:30. And I want to at least get one video out today. It's Mickey. that is the sorcerer from the Sorcerer's Apprentice, also known as Yen Sid. I really don't know if his name came from Kingdom Hearts or whatever. If the audio from the game isn't recording through the thing, at least you have the subtitles. I'm gonna figure it out here. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna cut it off here, guys. Um, I'm gonna figure out some stuff and deal with that, and I will see you guys in the next video. So come back if you want to. And thank you for indulging me in my first video. Bye-bye.